George, my wife take good care of me. Stop fooling, say 2020 we know you better renew new SIM. We couldn't understand you. Adia about me adi Ghana card ayeno. Say Uba be renew their head. Uba be book Ghana for. Ebim po your toy credit crown poor credit no and chena run.
Ray, omu be wiayo. Omu be wiaye. SIM registration na MPP aban eba edeba ye ana ye maame esla owusu da no. Sam George ese enya papa
empene noa. Pese be to say esla owusu a. Don't you dare touch our SIM card registration again.
At this point, Sam George or Ginny Dean internet no so pa because a kwama so air fire and easy. To see Ampodie, Ghana for say there is no way they are doing the same re-registration. Now we in someone Sam George can they say they want to combat a fraud. Now fraud on person won't combat and out of war there are a lot to this. We call you register SIM card. The information or what. So can't they use that information to do whatever they want to do? SIM card na ya registered that. Your thumb printer or NIA. Any even your Ghana card. I know NIA for any issue a Ghana card. No. Sam George is trying to tell us with that database, that information or more, including national health insurance, they cannot use that information to curb whatever they want to curb. Out of for me personally, I see it as Sam George, a person use some smart move be infantry can fan fear when out of war without majele. Ye ba be ko nsem ni mu. Ye beti de ko de ba ni na. According to Sam George, nsem o kan ni na kire say they want to combat fraud. Na see and fraud are helpful to the extent say if you want to do fraud, you get 10 Ghana cedi, you can start fraud business. Na a home na mean to Sam George as say. E ba say no hu sa business we e kwa mo fa so run sa business ro. E ka say with 10 Ghana cedis you can do fraud, which means say low key also in the aquana out of war. Hi Ghana gossips. Me know what be just the moon. We a new viewer. Now won't subscribe to your channel where I may just subscribe, like it. Not share what you comments ni mu for my so without much delay. Young call an update ni mu. Yen tie the echo. Honorable Sam George. Aba bedim komobio chichum say. SIM card na ya registered that. Under the MPP are buying eslo wusuma ekoje Ghana card. Long story without your Ghana card or SIM card they ever block it. In same piece, and your mass stress a money in every year. Sam George babe kabia or see a sign register SIM card for fraud. Now this SIM card registration no way a proper one. Now else lo usudiano and ye. Now of what in somewhere Sam George Eddie to Janet and ni nania to combat fraud. Na DNT in some famra.
The government of Ghana says that we have one single source of truth for national identity, NIA, the National Identity Register, held by the National Identification Authority, the Ghana card that we hold. That's a single source of truth. The registrations that were purported to have been done under Eslawusu and the NPP did not cross-reference the biometrics they took from you against that database.
They didn't sync them?
Nothing was of that nature was done. She was fighting Kenatefa. Battle of clash of egos.
Okay, how is this going to work then?
So now we have sat down with the Minister for Interior and his head of agency, Yaira Koku, at NIA. We've worked out the integration between the telcos, the regulator, the NCA, and the NIA. And that's why I'm saying that, look, you're not majority of Ghanaians will not have to queue. Because what we're going to do is, we're now taking, we've tried to pick up from the telcos, all the biometrics they collected. It was sitting in databases scattered all over the places. We've picked those databases and we're now cleaning them up and cross-referencing them with the NIA in the back end. So for about 80% of that has been done. We will be able to identify and say that, okay, your fingerprints you submitted at LWAC, where you say you went to, we've picked it from your service provider, we've cross-referenced it against what you gave to NIA, and we see that they match. So then it means that since there's a match, there's no problem with yours. We'll send you a prompt to authenticate that that number is yours, and we'll register it for you. For those that there is no match, the same way you book an appointment for passport services or visa services, you will book an appointment at your service provider and go. So you won't have a crowd of people lining up and queuing up there for 3 days and end. No, you have an appointment, you go, your details are taken, and it is done.
What's the
Proper
rationale for this?
digitalization.
Why do we need to...
You need to deal with fraud. Look, we're having several instances where people are using SIM cards for all kinds of things that are illegal. And that's why we're not just doing the SIM reg, we're doing the SIM reg along with a second policy directive called the Central Equipment Identity Register. So now when you register your SIM, your phone is also going to be registered. Every phone has a unique IMEI. So the IMEI of your phone is synced to your SIM card. So when your number is flagged, today, the cost of mobile money fraud is 10 Ghana cedi. That's the cost of doing mobile money fraud. Because if your number is reported today to us and we block that SIM card, it costs 10 cedis to get a new SIM card. They just go and get a new SIM card. But if we now begin to block the SIM card and the phone that's associated with that, it increases the cost of doing that.
But we're in Ghana, people buy off-the-shelf phones. So it's not like as
if your phone, if the phone's IMEI is not on, if you bring it into the country and it is not registered on our system, it will not.
You sure that's going to work?
It works everywhere.
Why do you need a special purpose vehicle for that?
What special purpose vehicle?
You said there's going to be an entity that's going to do that.
We're doing that at the regulator. All of this is going to sit with the regulator.
Okay.
The regulator has service providers who are providing the service, but it's owned by the regulator.
Okay.
That's the difference between us and the previous administration. The previous administration gave it to private companies to do it. No. Whatever anybody does, it's for the regulator. The NCA owns the data and holds the data.
At their behest. They would
absolutely. The NCA.
In that of Osenia Motiano, Honorable Sam George has a strong point. But mind you say, yes, I deal with Ernest Logusuya and Gokusiaga. Sam George, I can some time ago say information they have it already. So if they want to come back to that, there's no need to say Ghana go salai. I know say Woody Sam George who can say Ghana go salai. Then it will be an online process. Process. You are stressing Ghanaians. Na no na ko TikTok no so a. Amanfo se omo nti ase. Ebi wo tag ne se sebi o. Oye kronfour. Ope kwan bi so afa so wi Ghana fo. Na wa share that as SIM registration. Now therefore, I don't know, but Sam George Angela Okika Kono is becoming too much. The way Ghana for bashing no is becoming too much. Now therefore the ancient video no na ENT in some TikTokers libi. Ewoka ewo deciding it and famra.
I was in formation video here that Simrani Meti and Semuntin.
And yada sorry ya asemwa yatene se yewura Sam George, Honorable Sam George. What they about to just say SIM registration aye no.
Ray, omu bewiayo. Omu bewiaye. SIM registration na MPP aban eba edeba ye ana ye maame esla owusu da no. Sam George essay enya papa enti nyankopɔ ya adoma 2026 either say June July because middle of 2026 obebe ye foforo obewie ye sika SIM registration ya ye wie MPP abayama ya ye wie problem bie ni ho and then won shadante say ya twimi sika ya ye say won shadante Onshadante ya ye yomu bewie ye sika twitwiri die no ne yele ne ma akodi ndc aban omuni bibi papa bia de magana fo eye pad eye dumso eye kokon kitenkete eye krono no muni mu bo SIM registration na MPP aban ye ya ne ma me eslo usu da no Sam ni George say anyeye ento ono se be ye ne de asemwe enyo my Ghana mu ne de beye ya hefa ne de beye ye enyo my Ghana mu hefa ye ka che mu se mo moni na ho ye ka mo nti ase mascot sala ya kutimi nya kokodo akoto aba ma ye wradwo mahama na muti odwanfunu no mo ansuro muti ye nsuro bie ye ayi enye nti obi an mo ye mo anhyehye mo ye ni hwe be ka che ne mo amuti na fi amankoto no mo so be ba mo ni na mo nkurobom.
In that of Wasenia Motiano on Sam George in the case where made kind of first video Abramudada. And this is the second video. Our church him say with just 10 Ghana cedis they can do mobile money fraud. And I'm even citing this example again. Say even with this application, Truecaller application, so be fraud, nani pani a scammer. And as any pani of fraudster, the Truecaller Truecaller application needs to me EP. Ain't Honorable Sam George. Do you want to stress Ghanaians? And Adeba Kweye me yan say upon all what he's saying, you know, or my ye crank African and fraud de babe kosu kese. I feel no mabe identifying phone numbers. Ababe home. They be politicians. You see, this one thing I hate about politicians, no. They will and you problem we want to find a solution to it. They be no more painkiller they make a solution, no. Or find a permanent solution that ebi ne Sam George joking ade ayaye da den sen kongo ye biom eye den a obefa IT for ehɔ no na ɔdo so de need ato so na wati bi ahye ni bottom Ghana enye is you adofo mame fo munsi wa na afi de mame hu adwen che comment ni mu Sam George baby ofi ba no onim se hɔ no bi fire sa nipa no ebo ama party bi ekɔ opposition and also place a game ni bi. In fact, when it comes to Sam George, your term in office, the only thing I got for which you are kasa for only be our data prices are the bathroom. Apart from that, a lot of things were on my wire. Ghanaians have a problem with it. But they are waiting for the right time. I don't know whether a reshuffle will come in or whatever it is. But Sam George himself, will be a big problem to Ghanaians. Out of my family, see what now feed the mami who I didn't comment in more subscribe here. May I just subscribe, like it, not share what you comment in more for mine.